Hello everyone, Cousin here, and in this video, I'm gonna be solving Wordle number 1265 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for December 5th, 2024. So let's get this video started with Wordle number 1265. I'm gonna start with the word pedal. Alright, got the E yellow and D green. So I've placed D as the third letter, and I also know that E is another letter which goes somewhere else in this word. Now, it could be DER ending, something duh. It could also end in DGE. Um, many words end like that, like badge, but we've just not got the A. But I'm sure there are other words that end in DGE. Um, hmm. There are a lot of words like this, like wider, ruder, time. No, not time. Cider. So I want to use the elimination strategy, because there are just so many words that are possible. Um, so I definitely want to use the E and R. I want to place the E somewhere, um, like either fourth or fifth, because those are likely. Um, also want to try the G. I can try grime, because like I said, DER or DGE are possible, and I want to try both of those. And of course, I is another vowel, which could possibly be in this word, and M is just a filler consonant. So let's go with grime. Neither of those. Okay. Interesting. So it's something something D. E either goes first or fourth, but if E goes first, then I think the only possible letter which is followed, I mean which follows the E is N. I'm not seeing words like this. So something something D E N D E T D E S. I'm actually not sure about this. It could be ended, but I don't want to guess that because it repeats both the E and D. And no, not that. Is this a word? No. Hmm. Well, I'm confused. Okay, I might have to use another elimination guess. Um, let's try ethos. Wow, I did not expect that. Okay. Um, honestly, I just wanted to get the consonants. I was hoping either TH or S be yellow, and we'll narrow down the available consonants. But totally the opposite of what I expected. I got both the vowel screen, so E something, D O something. Endo. Wow, I've no idea why I didn't think of that. Okay, so yeah, as soon as I secured the E as the first letter, well then it had to be an N, because I don't think any other letter would fit between E and D. So E and D O, and then after thinking about W, yes, this is a word. So yeah, after two elimination guesses, um, and after I secured the E, D, and O, I could guess today's Wordle answer endo in 4 tries. Um, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing this correctly, but whatever. It's just this word, okay? Alright, finally got there in 4 tries. I'll take it. It's an alright performance, so yeah. We won't say too much about it. It's alright, I'll take it. Today's Wordle answer is endo. I got it in 4 tries. This is Wordle number 1265. Let's now move on to New York Times Sudoku. Again, today is December 5th, 2024. Let's start the hard difficulty Sudoku for today. What have we got? I see that these 2's points left, and this cell sees another 2. So in block 7, the digit 2 is forced into this cell. This 2 points up, and this 2 points right. So in block 3, the digit 2 is forced into column 7. These 2's force the digit 2 into one of these 2 cells in block 4. Alright, I guess that's it for 2's. This 8 points up and this 8 points left. So in block 1, the digit 8 is forced into this cell, and then these 8 points right, where this cell sees another 8. These 8s force the digit 8 into this cell in block 8, and 8 is forced into one of these 2 cells in block 6. Okay, after I place this 8, I can then force the digit 3 into this cell in block 1. These 3's force the digit 3 into one of these 2 cells in block 5. These 3's points down, and this cell sees another 3. Alright, there are just 3 open cells left in block 1, so let's mark those down. These 3 cells form a 159 triple. This cell sees 5 and 9. So this cell cannot contain 5 and 9. 5 and 9 go into the other 2 open cells, which makes this a 1. The digit 1 in block 2 is forced into one of these 2 cells. These 9's point down. Okay, 5's here. With these 5's, force the digit 5 into one of these 2 cells in block 4. Hmm. Why am I already struggling? Sorry. Give me some time. Oh, yeah, the 6. Okay, this 6 points right, and this 6 points up. So in block 3, the digit 6 is forced into column 7, and then these 6's points down, and this cell sees another 7. Sorry, this cell sees another 6. You might have noticed the 2-6 pair in block 3. So basically, in block 3, the digits 2 and 6 are missing, and these 2's and 6's force both 2 and 6 into these two cells only. So in order to fit both 2 and 6 into block 3, I have to make these two cells reserved for 2 and 6. Because once again, both 2 and 6 can only go into these two cells. So that makes these two cells reserved for 2 and 6. So I can say that this 2-6 pair eliminates all other digits from these two cells. Now, this 3 points up. And of course, 3 cannot go into the 2-6 pair. So in block 3, the digit 3 is forced into row 2, and then these 3's force the digit 3 into one of these two cells in block 2. Okay, this 2-6 pair makes the other 4 open cells in block 3 contain 3, 4, 7, and 8. But actually, this cell sees 3, 4, and 8. So 3, 4, and 8 go into the other 3 open cells among these 4 cells, making this cell a 7. Because it can't be 3, 4, or 8, so it could only be 7. Okay, let's mark down the missing digits of row 1. They are 2, 3, 4, and 6. This cell sees 3 and 6, so it can only contain 2 or 4. This cell sees 2 and 4, so it's only 3 or 6. And this cell is 2, 3, 4, or 6, because it's not limited. It does not see any of those 4 digits. Okay, let's also mark down the missing digits of row 3. 2, 5, 6, and 9 are the missing digits of row 3. This cell sees 2, so it's 5, 6, or 9. This cell sees 5 and 6, so it's 2 or 9 only. Okay, so this 2-6 pair also lines up in column 7. So this 2-6 pair makes the other 4 open cells in column 7 contain 1, 3, 4, and 5. This cell sees 3 and 4, so it's 1 or 5 only. This cell sees 1, so it's 3, 4, or 5. They are possible. And this cell sees 3 and 5, so only either 1 or 4 can go into this cell. So these 4 open cells contain 1, 3, 4, and 5 only. Um, hold on. Sorry, just give me some time to kind of see what I'm missing. Okay, something I've spotted is that 7 in block 2 is forced into row 2. So 7 is forced into one of these 3 cells. And this cell, no matter if it's 5 or 9, it points into block 2 with either 5 or 9 here. So this digit, whatever it, whether it's 5 or 9, the digit that ends up in this cell joins the 5 and 9 here to point into block 2, forcing this digit into one of these 3 cells in block 2. So they're down to 5 or 9 only. Oh wait, I could. That's what I already know. Because this 3, 4, 8 triple makes the other 4 open cells in row 2 contain 1, 5, 7, and 9. Not sure whether that helps or not, but let's mark that down. This cell sees a 5. Sixes. Oh, okay, so I think I see it. In row 8, 4 is a missing digit. This cell sees 4, and this cell also sees a 4. So in row 8, the digit 4 is forced into one of these 3 cells because it's still missing from this row. And if 4 is guaranteed into one of these 3 cells, even if it's for the row and not for block 9, no other open cells in block 9 can contain a 4. Because one of these 3 cells must contain a 4, which eliminates 4 from all other open cells in block 9. So I can eliminate 4 from this cell because it sees 4. So this cell um, now cannot contain 4, nor 3, nor 5. So out of these 4 cells, this cell must be a 1. Okay. Now this cell sees 3, 4, and 1, so it must be a 5. So these 2 cells, it's down to 3 and 4 in these 2 cells. Now these 1s points left, and this cell sees another 1, and after I place this 5, I can force the digit 1 into this cell in block 6. Okay, 5 in this cell is now eliminated. I can force the digit 5 into this cell in block 4. These 5s points down, and this cell sees another 5. The missing digits of block 6 are 2, 4, and 8. 2, 4, 8. This cell sees 4, so it's 2 or 8, and 2, 4, 8. So we know that 2, 4, and 8 go into these 3 cells, and these 3 cells line up in column 9. So in column 9, we already have 2, 4, and 8, which go into these 3 cells, which means that no other open cell in this column can contain 2, 4, and 8, because it sees the 3 digits from this triple. So this 2, 4, 8 triple eliminates 2s, 4s, and 8s from all other open cells in this column, meaning that this cell cannot contain 4 and this cell cannot contain 4 and 8. So after eliminating 4 and 8 from this cell, I can make this a 3, this a 4, and this an 8 to resolve this triple. This 4 makes this a 3. Column 8 is missing 4 and 9, which makes which makes these 3 cells form a triple of 5, 6, and 7. Three in this cell is eliminated. So I can force the digit 3 into this cell in block 7. And after I place this 3, I can then force the digit 1 into this cell in block 7. And then these ones force the digit 1 into this cell in block 4. And in block 5, 1 is forced into one of these 2 cells. One of these 2 cells. Okay. The missing digits of column 1 are 6, 8, and 9, where the digit 8 is forced into this cell. You could have also seen it by these 8s, which also force 8 into this cell, leaving behind a 6, 9 pair in this column, but actually this cell also sees a 6, so I can place 9 and 6 to complete column 1 like this. 6 in this cell is eliminated, so in this triple it now sees 5 and 6, so it must be a 7, and I can resolve it by placing the 5 and 6 this way. These 5s force the digit 5 into this cell in block 8. This cell sees a 9, so I can make this 4 and 9 to complete column 8. This cell is a 7 to complete this row, making the 2 open cells in block 8 a 4, 9 pair. Oh, but this cell sees a 9, so I can place the 4 and 9 like this. This cell is a 4 to complete row 9, and this is a 7 to complete row 7. These two cells form a 2, 6 pair because they are the other missing digits in column 2 apart from 5 and 9. And these 3 cells form a triple as they are the missing digits of column 3. 4, 7, and 9 are digits involved in this triple. And all cells see one of each. This cell now sees 8. Okay, let's follow up on some digits to be eliminated. Okay, this cell now sees a 4. So for row 1, remember that 2, 3, 4, and 6 are the missing digits. Well, you don't really have to memorize that. You can just look at it and think about it on the spot. So 2, 3, 4, and 6 are the missing digits of row 1. This cell sees 3, 4, and 6. So indeed, it must be a 2, according to the markings. This cell now sees a 2, so I can complete column 7 by placing 6 and 2 this way, which makes this a 9, 5, and 6 like this to complete row 3. I'm doing this based on the markings because it's way more efficient, which makes this a 9. 9 and these cells are eliminated. This cell now sees a 5, and this cell sees a 7. So in row 2, 5 is forced into this cell, and this cell sees 1. So I can place 7 and 1 like this. 6 and these two cells are eliminated, and this cell sees 4. So I can complete row 1 by placing 3 and 4 this way. 1 in this cell is eliminated. I can force the digit 1 into this cell in block 5. This cell is a 9 to complete this column, which makes this 4, 7, and 9 like this to complete column 3. The digit 3 in block 5 is forced into this cell. The cell now sees a 4, so I can make this 2, 8, 4, 6, 2. This cell now sees 8, so 8, 7, and the Sudoku puzzle is complete. I finished today's New York Times hard Sudoku in 16.5 minutes, so I would say this Sudoku puzzle is mostly straightforward. I'll go over the key spots as a quick summary. So, I think there was some pairs or triples you would not want to miss at all. So, the 2-6 pair in block 3, I feel like was quite important. The 2-6 pair in block 3, which also formed the 3-4-8 triple and placed this 7. Um, and also making deductions on limited cells in the open cells in row 1. Yeah, you could like reduce the possibilities. Okay, what am I talking about? Sorry. And then I feel like the placement of 4 in row 8 was quite important to know because that eliminated 4 from this cell and made this a 1 and complete the majority of column 7. So yeah, after placing this 2, look at the placement of 4 in row 8 and then eliminate 4 from this cell. So for column 7, the cell must be a 1 and the majority of column 7 got done. And then After placing the 5 and 1 in block 6, the 2-4-8 triple was formed, which eliminated 2s, 4s, and 8s from all other open cells in column 9, so it made this a 3, and so on. So I feel like these were the key spots. So yeah. Needless to say, the 5-9 pair in block 1 as well, after placing the 3 and 8. So yeah, I feel like these were things to see that would help you with the Sudoku puzzle. So if you have any other questions or difficulties, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'll be glad to reply you, and hopefully this video helped. Today is December 5th, 2024. In this video, I've solved Wordle number 1265 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for today. See you all next time. Bye!